watching I combine a gun and a sword from I Did a Thing.
I am bloody sick of the police coming round to my house because apparently I've made something that slightly resembles a gun on this channel. And it's stressing me out.
Yep.
So I've told myself...
Some of these... I made the world's most powerful boxing glove. Why does he have a barrel?
never making one again unless someone gives me a lot of money.
Okay, Daryl, yeah! I'm gonna play that game for a total of 2 days. Epic! Fuck, bro. I already saw this because the stream crashed, bro. And you guys couldn't see this, but like, that's crazy. Because you guys started spamming F, like exactly as this happened. You guys started spamming F, so I was like, oh, you're saying F because of this. Oh, brother.
This video is brought to you by Honkai Star Rail, where they're paying me to make Fei Xiao's gunblade.
That's crazy. Yeah, apparently the gunblade is from the game. I thought it was like his thing he invented, but it's from Honkai Star Rail. I still want to see it though.
It's bloody sword. It's ridiculous. The blue, the crazy bevels, these spikes, the sword shoved down the barrel of a gun, but I have no idea how to make it.
Like,
so
how would it shoot? That doesn't look like it would. Wouldn't that just? Wouldn't that shoot like? It seems like it would not shoot. You've seen a real gunblade? What? They're real? Isn't it called like a bayonet? Yo, Billy! Thank you for the follow, Billy.
Easy for myself and split the sword into 3 parts. The blade and then the gun handle thing, which will be 2 pieces that wrap around the blade. But unfortunately, it's not going to be a real gun. Because if Fei Xiao had that blade in Australia, they would get locked up for the rest of their life and also get a Daily Mail article.
Oh shit, he's Australian. Wait, so that the other gun tubers we watched were all American. This is the first person that's making guns that's not.
And I'm going to start with the sword and stick everything on later. And if I was a real Japanese sword master guy, I would spend months hand making a perfect steel billet with a soft core for strength and a hard outer edge of high carbon steel for hardness, which I would then meticulously shape into a blade before I hang myself. But I don't really feel like doing that. So it's all going to be made out of 1 piece of steel because it's strong and most importantly, cheaper. Because I have a feeling I'm going to screw something up. So I'm going to use this big piece of 1084 steel.
But
and if you don't know why it's called that, I'm not going to tell you. Okay, I traced a rough sword outline onto it. And to keep this authentic, I'm going to cut it out with the same methods of Japanese samurai, a laser machine.
What? I don't think so. Japanese samurais use the laser machine.
And if you're following along at home, you may not have access to a laser machine like me.
I don't.
But a laser pointer, zip tied to a grinder, will also work. And a random Chinese company sent me this, and I don't know why they thought, hey, let's send a guy that barely knows how to weld, that is also likely on multiple watch lists, a laser powerful enough to blind his whole neighborhood. But I'm glad they did.
Oh shit.
Alright, I don't know how to use this, and it's destroying the concrete behind what I'm cutting. So I'm going to figure it out another time and just use a grinder.
What? I wanted to see the laser thing. Why are the cops there?
After 4 hours of grinding, I realized a problem. I cannot pick this sword up with one hand. And I have 2 options. The first and my favorite is roids, and the other is being...
Yes! Do that one! Ooh, do that one! Do that one! You're not a weeb, so how would you know? Shut up. I am not a weeb. You're right.
Lame and using 2 hands to pick it up. So I could just leave the bottom part unsharpened so I can put my other hand down there. Or I could do both. And I don't know what kind of juice the characters from Honkai Star Rail are on, but no normal human can pick this up with one hand. But I'll deal with that later.
Nah, I think I could. Nah, I think I could.
All up. And another problem with making the sword is the edges. It's like Honkai were trying to make it hard for specifically me to make. Like, what is this? What is that? What is this thing? And most importantly, what is that? How am I meant to make this?
Look.
But it does look pretty cool.
I had some of those in my sink at some point. They were in the kitchen sink, chat. I don't know how they got there, but they got there.
grinding in between the
That was
sharp
in my other
spikes,
house.
since I feel like I'm going to catch the disc and it's going to explode. It also feels a little bit unethical, as I'm sure the metals felt safe back there. But I got it. Then I spent another 2 hours filing in every direction possible.
You gotta make it like
now I have to deal
tapered.
with my hole. And Fei Xiao has a fairly small hole, and it comes to here on the gun, but I'm going to make their hole bigger to save some weight. And I've got a couple of options for the hole. The easiest would just be sticking a picture of the background on the front, as that involves minimal tool use. But I'm going to try just drilling a million holes and connecting them and milling it all down. Which took
Oh
a
my
lot longer
god,
than just
that
milling.
is actually kind of crazy. That's actually, bro, that is such a backdoor solution, bro. Is the name facial? Oh my god, wait. La facial. Maybe it is called the facial.
The whole thing out. But in the process of milling, I must have struck a 2-for-1 deal on blades, and I got this sick bread cutter.
Ooh, epic!
Really well. Okay, now I need to start work on the bevel. And to pretend I'm actually a blacksmith and make this video longer, I'm going to make the bevel on the anvil, which means I need a forge. And I have one, but it's not going to fit the sword. So I need to make another. So first I drilled holes
Dude,
in this
okay,
pipe
this
and
dude is crazy. These are some of the most back alley concoction. Is crazy.
I had enough to make the world's largest Peruvian flute.
Is it actually working? I don't think that's working.
Then I got some bricks from the nearest construction site.
He's making a forge.
And I'm going to use charcoal, as that gets real hot and will also fly everywhere and burn me.
That's actually kind of sick that he's making
Now,
it.
to be safe, I started with a test piece, as I have no idea if I can even make bevels.
Gee! Aren't you supposed to like...
And I'm going to try
Oh,
to compress
wait.
the end with...
Is that how you make bevels? I don't know why I thought he was just gonna kind of file it down until it's sharp. Like, I thought he was just gonna sandpaper the side. But I guess this makes more sense because that's gonna make it dense.
without spreading it out too much, as a random bloke on the internet told me that's bad to do. But after doing some hitting for a couple of minutes, this is all I had done, which would take way too long. So I'm taking the sword back to grinder.
Yeah,
Okay,
baby, that's what I was saying.
But I know that I just wanted to come down from this line on both sides and meet in the middle. So I kind of just started grinding.
The
It
quick
took me a
way.
while to figure out how to even do this. At first, I was kind of randomly running it along, but then I discovered if I
He
get my
made a
head-
forge for nothing, man. He made a forge from nothing. Is the anvil made from train track? I don't think so.
really close to the grinding belt, you can see where it's contacting the blade. Then I realized I could set the rest angle I want and press the blade up from there. Which sounds easy, but the blade weighs around 10 kilos or 20 pounds.
Yeah, it is very
and after
heavy.
almost a full day of carefully grinding these bevels with minimal screw-ups,
His favorite pastime is making things to do it properly and then saying fuck it. Bro. He needs to make multiple passes. It's not that hard. Just time consuming. It does seem very time consuming.
I'm pretty happy with it, and even managed to get the same bevel points that Fei Xiao's sword has. Now, before I harden the blade
Wait,
in
is
the forge,
Facial
I'm
how the sword or the character? Did they name this girl Facial?
going to tell you more about the sponsor of this video, Honkai Star Rail. Honkai Star Rail is a space fantasy RPG from Hoyoverse, the makers of Genshin Impact.
There's
the game has
there's the
accumulated over
plug.
100 million downloads within a
I
year
did
since
like
it
a
released,
character in
and
this
also
game
won
a
Best
lot.
Mobile
His
Game
name
on
was
PGA,
Sample.
the best game for Google
And he
Play,
was
and
so
the best game for
stupid,
the
I
App
love
Store in
that.
2023. As a trailblazer, explore different worlds across the universe and immerse yourself in an adventure filled with impeccable animations
I just
and
don't
music.
I don't like turn-based games as much.
It is a turn-based experience which is easy to play yet highly tactical, allowing you to conjure unique team lineups and strategies according to context such as enemies, environments, characters, and more. There are over 50 characters, including Fei Xiao, who is a new character of the game and is a master
There's
of
no
all
way
weapons
they
and
named her
also seems to have
Facial.
copied my sword design. In the game, you'll search for treasure chests, solve puzzles, explore each NPC stories,
They
and
named
uncover
her
the secrets of the
Facial.
world. It is seriously the most
Oh
fun.
wait, no wait, is her name Facial? What? Oh my god. Wait, her name is Facial and he's saying facial. That's facial became facial after translation. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
Ever had while playing a video game, and it's available for free on PC, mobile, and PlayStation. So go download the game and try out Facial and their gunblade using the link in the description.
He's saying facial, but now that I know it's facial, it makes more sense.
All right, back to the hardening.
I was like,
And
bro, they
hardening
named
is
their
when you get
facial.
the metal rod hot and aroused, and then you quickly dunk it in a liquid to cool it down, locking it in the hardened
Oh, brother,
state.
you're edging the
Now, there are
blade.
fancy tools called lead hardness something something, which press down onto the metal to see if it's quenched to an acceptable hardness. But an easy way to do it at home is with the bite test, and depending on how many teeth you break, that is usually a certain hardness, which also
think that's a good way to do it.
depends on calcium intake and your gum
brother.
health. For example, with this piece of hardened steel, I broke 3 teeth, so I'm at a Rockwell hardness level of 86, which is good enough for a sword like
brother.
this. So I put it in and cranked up the blower.
Oh, dude, that doesn't sound good. Oh, he's
And
still
within
using the
5
forge.
minutes, it
Never
got
mind, he
red
wasn't
hot,
useless.
so I was ready for the quench.
Quench that shit. Of course. Why did he jump in? Damn, he gonna hold it with the wrench? I thought he couldn't hold it in one hand.
And I'm not happy, as the blade bent. Then, when I tried applying a little bit of pressure to straighten it out,
I guess it makes sense. It wasn't made the fancy way.
Cracked.
Oh, brother. Ah.
it
No!
snapped. And a week's worth of blood, sweat, and hiring stripper cops were all wasted.
Not the stripper cops. It was brittle. Yeah, I mean, it's not meant to be. It's not meant to be used. It's a gun sword from Sword Man. It's obviously just a showpiece, but still. Fail the quench. Aww. Oh, brother.
Tell me where it hurts, man.
So I took Facial's sword to Corin, who has the biggest shed in Bowral. And then Corin recommended we take it to his mate's place, Keith Flutter, master bladesmith, who also has a great shed.
They're hiring professionals.
You did quite a nice job on the grind.
Wait, what did that sign say? What did I say?
Did we take it to his mate's place, Keith Flutter, master bladesmith, who also has a great shed.
The following are not permitted. Women, unless topless, talking about feelings. Chick flicks. Hell yeah, brother! Let's go! Man cave rules. Oh my god, that's epic. Oh my god.
Yeah, and then I f***ed it all up by jumping in my pool with it.
Oh, you jumped in with it?
I keep telling you more and more, yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. Were you in the nude?
I wasn't in the mood. I should.
Oh, okay.
I did consider it.
Oh, he's not
The mate told me I
topless.
did 4 things wrong. Firstly, I heated up the blade lying down, which causes it to warp. And then I heated it up to red in sunlight, which meant the blade was actually way hotter than it should have been. And the grain structure in the metal got real weird and sandy. Thirdly,
Oh, damn.
I shouldn't have quenched it in the pool, as the chemicals and salt ruin the blade, which might have been the reason for all the cracks.
Oh,
And
that makes
lastly,
sense,
I burnt
honestly.
my trees above the forge. I don't know how they knew that, but they are right. And with those 5 things in mind, they thought the blade would be impossible to fix, as we couldn't even weld it as the grain structure was real bad.
We better off just profiling you on Keith.
I think.
She's
So we
done
decided to knock
doing
out a
it.
new one in record time.
Yeah, it's making me want to make sense. Oh shit, I don't think that's... Was that safe?
Then, once we had made the shape, it was time for Master Keith to put the bevels on it.
Come on, hurry up, Keith. Just slap some bevels on it. They can't be any worse than his work. Shut the fuck up.
I mean, Master Keith is the master
Then it
for
was
a
time to
reason.
do the heat quench the right way in a proper forge with a proper tank.
It's no swimming pool though, I'll tell you that.
It's not as
I don't understand the point of quenching, right? If you're not gonna use the sword anyways, like you're not doing it the proper way anyways, why do you need to quench it? You just leave it. No? I have a long sword from one of the guys at the Man at Arms YouTube channel. Oh, Pong, I've never heard of that, but that sounds cool. Okay. Quench that bad. Oh, it's not. Oh.
It doesn't fit?
Oh.
But it wouldn't fit, so Corin and Keith decided to heat it up with Oxy. And in 2 hours together, we made a blade that took me a week to make. And these blokes saved my blade and the
Oh
video.
my God.
And Keith Flutter also does knife making courses, so you can come along and make
That's
a
so
blade with
pretty.
you, just like me. And while I was there, I was chatting to Corin about Fei Xiao's blue sword and how I could do that. And he told me he has the perfect thing, a laser, which he uses
they're
to
actually
put
hammering
amazing
it.
coloured engravings on custom tools that he
Holy
makes, like
moly.
this center punch or this hammer, which magically straightens metal. And I don't know how this hammer works, and I don't want to know. And you probably think I could just do the colouring with the laser on the one I have at home, but no, I can't. So we set up at Corin's and started to work out the design. And because of the length of the sword, we won't be able to do it in one go, and we need to break it into bits. So we put the first part in and let the laser rip. And the laser works in a similar way to colouring a blade by heating it, as steel at a certain temperature changes colour, so you can do the same with a laser at a certain frequency, or so we thought. And the first part came out real nice. It
That's
looks like
kind
a
of
very similar
fucking
blue to
sick.
Fei
I
Xiao's
didn't
blade.
know that was a.
Telling me to pick it up because you're gonna
You can make a blade blue by heating it up. What? That's sick. Yes. Oh my lord.
laser me and burn me.
But it didn't go smoothly on the other part, and we spent all day doing this.
I mean,
Oh, I mean, I guess it makes
The blue
sense. It
was
would be hard to
beautiful,
color
but
match it.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't match. But that gold is exactly the
The
same.
gold is epic, bro. You can make it gold. That's crazy. It's called bluing, and people do it to core exhaust as well. But like, what about the gold? Huh? Look at that gold.
And eventually got a blue blade, which doesn't look exactly the same as Fei Xiao's blade, but it's pretty similar. Alright, I'm nearly done now and just need to make the handle.
That's
which is
epic!
gun, but not a gun. And because I'm lazy, I'm going to 3D print them. And this was my first print, which took 12 hours, and I stupidly didn't measure it properly for the blade, and it's also not very strong. So I printed 2 more, which took me 48 hours, which for the Americans watching is 2 whole sleepy times. Then I stole
Oh my god, I have some American chatters and viewers. I'm glad he mentioned that. 2 whole sleepy times, chat.
Alexa's Warhammer paints and started painting.
2 whole sleepy times, chat. Yikers! Oh my god, he still has the stripper cough. That's crazy.
But now to glue it all together.
Aw, now
is
I'm
my
disappointed that the gun is not real. I mean, I didn't want it to be functional. I wanted it to be gun-like at least, you know? Now I'm disappointed, man. I'm like, plastic gun. Really, dude?
Favorite 2-part epoxy, 69 epoxy. Second to rim job epoxy. And after cleaning up all the creamy bits, it was done. This giant, beautiful sword.
It does look kind of sick, but where's the gun? Why do you put the slug on it?
And it is barely liftable. With
But how do
one
you make
hand.
the gun work?
And after a quick sharpen, it was time to see how it compares to a regular sword. Okay, I've set up a forged in fire style
looks
gauntlet
more
for
sick
Alexa and
outside.
I. And first, we have the fish chop to test sharpness.
I think for the rules of this game, we get 1 swing each. So I'm going to try first, and then you're going to get a cut.
I don't want.
Fish
I
chop!
don't want to be
Fish chop!
Where do you want to go? This is kind of scary.
behind the camera.
Ready?
Yeah.
3. What do I want to get? There.
He wasn't allowed to go on. Yeah, but I just wanted him to make it out of metal, I think is what I'm trying to say.
2, 1.
Whoa!
Shee! Fish chop.
You stabbed my back.
I'm sorry,
my leg
sorry.
with your sword.
Hi.
That's a clean cut.
That's chopped.
Alexa,
Why is
now
he
it's
not
your
wearing
turn.
shoes? I think he has a certain type of viewers that just are into that, maybe.
Let me get your fish.
Well, that's a look.
Take a look at your fish.
What do you even find?
What even?
That
Is that
doesn't
a
even...
sardine?
How do
I
you...
love sardines.
I do love sardine.
Do not throw the sword at me, please. Alright. Whenever you're ready. You
Epic!
Slice of it half.
You
Sardine
samurai!
slasher.
Okay, I was not expecting that to work.
That was beautiful. I was not expecting it to work either. That's why I gave you a stupid small fish.
Right, next we have the hardness test with this rack of sweet baby Ray's ribs.
Oh fuck, now I'm hungry.
2, 1.
I don't think that's sliced.
No way!
Oh wait, it did!
Amazing.
Wait,
Where did it even go?
I
Did it
thought
like
that just bounced.
Wait, it cut through the bones.
Wait,
I
it
thought
cut
you
through the
used
bones?
this to
Okay, that's
slice
kind
my
of
own
epic.
foot off. What if I do it?
Slice
What if I do it like that?
Yeah, that's a good idea. What the?
My sword sucks. I did nothing.
Aww.
I didn't get off the rope.
Yeah, that didn't do
You
anything.
wash it with water.
Yeah, well, that's actually going to be delicious.
It's gonna be great.
And then finally, after we potentially ruined their edge, it was time for the water test, which every man with a sword is obsessed with doing.
Alexa, after your last results, I've got high hopes. Whenever you're ready.
Oh, that's sick.
Oh, yeah, that felt good.
Whoa!
Sick.
Wait, I don't understand. How did it go up and then up?
I smell like beer now. This is great.
Wait,
how does
yeah,
that make
wait,
any sense?
wait a minute. What? What? Explain. Yeah, I need explanation. They tilted? Oh, you're right. They tilted. So, I see it. I see it.
That's actually impossible what you did just did, Alexa. One.
Oh, damn. That just exploded them.
My eye. Wait, what even happened?
Who do you think won that? Yours were definitely cleaner.
Yeah, my thing stayed pretty much in the same position.
Yeah.
But is that? I don't even. We didn't really set the parameters for the test before we did it. We just
No.
wanted to hit the bottle.
You know what? Do you want to just call it a draw?
Sure.
It's a real sword.
It's a
though.
good sword.
It's a
Yeah.
good sword.
Thank you to Honkai Star Rail for sponsoring this video and allowing me to make this sword. So go download Honkai in the description below. And also big thanks to Keith and Corin for helping me out. Thank you so much for watching. If you like that, please
Epic.
subscribe
I still
and
feel
check out some-
lied to because there was no gun in this gun sword. I feel lied to. I will say. I combine a gun and a sword. You combine a 3D printed bit with the sword. Okay, the sword is cool. There's no gun in it though.